What's up, YouTube? It's Philly Hoops Casual, coming at you with a video that was inspired by Hoops Report, or Hoop Report rather, on YouTube. Link to the video and the channel in the description. That got me thinking. Hoop Report did this layout where he, using his personal opinion, uh, gave every player an offensive rating, defensive rating, and a leadership rating. See who the best player in the NBA was. Now, other than its obvious simplistic and overall whatever nature, it's not super based on stats and whatever. I'm sure he used stats in creating this list, but it wasn't a pure like in and out thing. He also had input. Um, and this is the list he came up with. Steph Curry is at the top here, as you can see with the crown next to his name. Goes Giannis, Jason Tatum, Embiid, Jokic, KD, LeBron, and Jimmy Butler, Luka, and Jaylen Brown goes from there. So other than the obvious that Kawhi and Jaylen Brown being at the exact same point, not a perfect list. However, I'll also say, just so you can see the ones below, let's see, got Trae Young, all these guys. Um, there's just something that I want to point out that people seem to get away with. Or not get away with, but it shows the perspective that they have that I think people don't even like realize. So if we look at KD over here underneath Jokic, KD has a 7 defense, a 5 leadership rating. So KD's defense has not been good since he's been back from his just happened. The Brooklyn Nets defense has been awful, but if he was a plus defender, yes, you're asking him to do a lot. I'll just say I know this. He spent plenty of time without Harden and Kyrie and all that stuff. So that obviously does play a factor. He's not been a good defender. And giving him a 7 when Embiid, right above him, is a 7.5 when Embiid has been in Defensive Player of the Year conversations, as well as multiple defensive teams, seems kind of wild. The other thing I want to point out is that Jimmy Butler also has a 7 on defense, and I would consider him one of the best defenders in the league. Seems a little bit sussy to me. Like, Marcus Smart is the defensive player of the year. Defensively, would I rather have Marcus Smart or Embiid? Or Tatum? Or like any of these other players that have high defensive ratings? Like, I would most of the time take the other player over Marcus Smart, but like I think that has more to do with the fact that the Celtics were so good. It's hard to give him sole credit for the defensive whatever. But that's another video for another time. Back on topic. The fact that his defense is a 7 and his leadership is a 5. And leadership is a 5. Now let's take a breath. Leadership out of 10 means that 5 is the midway point. 5 is your average, 5 is your neutral. You want to make it like so that 7 is your neutral, like it's C grade. I don't understand why, but okay, fair. Either way, the fact that he's giving KD a 5 out of 10 is so wide. Kevin Durant has been toxic in every environment he's been in. The Oklahoma City Thunder got toxic, but that was when they were young. The Warriors got into fights with Draymond. He left the team on bad terms. He constantly got into fights with Steve Nash, got into fights with coaches. That's why he left. That's why, that's according to Stephen A. That's why he left. He wasn't feeling the coaching staff. And obviously, I'm sure the argument with Draymond didn't help. Draymond's essentially an extension of the coaching staff. To follow that up, Brooklyn, I don't think I need to tell anybody how bad his leadership's been here. It just doesn't make any sense. And think about it like this. LeBron, one of the greatest leaders of all time, has 8 on leadership. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you want to dock LeBron a point because he doesn't try on defense, sure. He hasn't tried on defense in years. Not that that's ever stopped him from winning a title. He tries in the playoffs, doesn't try in the regular season. But it just doesn't. It frustrates me so much that people give Kevin Durant these kinds of passes because as good as the player as he is, as somebody who's a Nets fan, Knicks fan, but a New York, it frustrates me that Kevin Durant is seen, oh, he's the best player in the league. Everybody's the best player in the league. Oh, he's so good. He's so good. Bro, Kevin Durant is good. Top five, top six player in the league. But there are players who are better, who are not as toxic, who are not as egotistical, who are not as big of a diva as he is. In all ways, in every way, this guy complains. And yes, he just wants to play basketball. There's this narrative in the media where he's like, oh, he wants to play basketball. He loves basketball. Like, yeah, no shit, the guy loves basketball. He plays it for a living. But this is not. Why are we making it out like he's some basketball messiah where he would never refuse to play the season because he loves basketball so much? No, he loves the $45 million he stands to lose. Not everybody's gonna pull a Ben Simmons. That was an anomaly. That was an anomaly. It frustrates me so much because KD is toxic, and I don't think the Nets are gonna win the title this year because with KD as a leader, we can't. So shout out to Hoop Report for making this video. Um, I'll take out all the image just so that I mean, if you've been looking, you probably know already. But check out his video and his reasoning for giving everybody stuff. I found the video very enjoyable to watch. But it really just frustrates me. Kevin Durant probably is given the most passes out of every NBA superstar, despite his decision making. Like he gets gifted. Oh, you are the best player in the world, sir. Here, take it. Why don't you? You're the best. You're so good. And he hasn't done shit. He was the leading scorer on a championship team, where he wasn't the best player. He's got finals. He wasn't the best player. The team, if you look at the all the advanced stats, Steph Curry was the best player on the team in every way, every except for defense. KD was better on defense. Given that, but as far as offensive output, playmaking, the team ran better with Curry. Just did, and KD was beholden. And it's all right. Thank you for watching the video. I'm gonna leave now. Watch another video and subscribe.